Alrighty, welcome ladies and gentlemen tonight to the Races Elite Network at the Kansas Speedway. Ron Piles here bringing you guys all the controls and all the action here from my keyboard. And got Russ Martin Jr. alongside of me tonight. Cam was created by Whiplash 7 Cams, and we are looking forward to a fantastic night here at the Kansas Speedway. So I've been here a few times. I've spent about 6 years of my life in Kansas, so it's been, it was quite a wild ride. It was fun. It's a place that I'd actually, even being Tornado Alley, I'd go right back there. A lot of fun, a lot of outdoor activities to do there. Here where I'm at now, not quite so much, and everything's a little scattered out. I enjoyed the locale of everything. Russ, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Glad to be back here at Kansas. This is always one of the tracks that a lot of drivers look forward to coming to, and it'll be interesting to see how these Gen 4s can get around here tonight.
Yeah, a good mile and a half along the speedway here. Looks like track temperature is a little cooler tonight. We got the lights on and things coming together here. 70 degrees, ambient air temperature, 89% humidity, partly cloudy. 2-mile-an-hour wind gust. Man, I'll tell you what, it's a very calm day in Kansas at 2-mile-an-hour wind gust. That's 76-degree temperature. This must be a nice fall evening in Kansas. This must be the October race.
Yeah, a little light wind there for the open plains is a little unusual.
Yeah, that's very. In the 6 years I've been there, I think I would know. We're up to 5-mile-an-hour now. It's changing actively throughout the stream here. I saw 2 on my end and 5 on the stream end. So we're looking at things changing. The track temperature dipped. We're actually going down, so the night is cooling off, and humidity looks like it's getting a little hotter.
I was talking with one of the guys out there right now, and he said that the things are screaming right now, and looks like should have some pretty good grip out there, and guys are going to be able to rip these Gen 4s around this mile-and-a-half Kansas track tonight. And it's going to be fun. Hopefully we get to see some real good close racing. I mean, the lap times are pretty dang close. I mean, the top 12, 14 are all within 600s. So, I mean, got some really good close lap times out there during practice. Hopefully that translates into the race as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Looks like about 43 seconds left here. We're going to take a look at our point standings coming into today's race here a little bit. As our current point leader, Stephen Luttrell, with 47 points. Alex Gates is second with 44 total points. Cody Manelli back 5 points with 42 in third. Andrew Teft in fourth with 41 points. Joshua Norton back 8 points. He's actually in the fifth position, running at your top 5. Brandon Puffenbarger is sixth with 39 points, so a tie for those positions. Kyle Hess with 37 points in seventh. Timothy Eisbren is in position number 7. There's a tie for points there, so bonus points came into play last for that first race. Troy Thomas in 9th with 35 points. Running at your top 10 is Patrick Millette with 34 points. Terry Fennell is 11th with 33 points. Dennis Kane is 12th with 32 points. Matt Metler is 13th with 31 points. Andrew Moore is 14th with 30 points. Truth Hope, double nickel, is 15th with 29 points. Barry Nelson, 16th with 28 points. Alex Teft with 28 points and 16th. So there's a tie there for 16th. Brandon Sanfilippo is 18th with 26 points. Kirby Wainscott, 19th, 25 points. And Aaron Rowland running at your top 20 with 24 points. That's what we're looking like coming into tonight, and this is what this is all about. These drivers come out here, they run these long races, and they look to get awarded by points and potentially some prizes at the end of the season, depending on companies and friends, family, drivers that step forward, that put up prizes and help these drivers and help these events be such a great hit as they are with the Racers Elite.
Yeah, I think the one big thing too is, I'm pretty sure Andrew changed over the points formats for this season to, follow the updated NASCAR style. So I believe there's no more winning your in. So it's going to be every point matters for these guys all season long, which is great.
Yeah, it's back to the old style a little bit, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. We got quite a few drivers tuned in here tonight. Check into this and see how it plays out. We got a decent sized field here tonight.
Like we got 23 guys registered so far.
Yep, I got 23 here as well. So 23 is the number, and looks like it's going to be a full card through qualifying and into the course of tonight's main event. Is Dennis Kane, the first driver to put a lap time down. And it's going to go into the 30.625 quick time for Kyle Hess in the 86, 30.469. Great lap by Hess. We'll see if anybody can beat that out here is a 30.642 posted by the 46 of Christopher.
Yeah, the one thing with these cars here is that I noticed that usually, the second lap. I mean, especially here at Kansas, the second lap I think is going to be the money lap. I mean, these guys, Kyle Hess, that first lap of the 469, that's almost 3/10 slower than what he ran in practice, and now he just goes down there to the 239. So it looks like that second lap for these guys is going to be the money lap. So get it pretty much your out lap, and then one kind of a warm up lap, and then your go-to is going to be that last one. Now Chris Stouffer going to take over the top spot right now with a 232.
Yeah, quick laps here for these Gen 4 Cup cars. Is, there's, like you said earlier, some of these cars are screaming around the racetrack, and it's just interesting to see what these drivers are able to do with these cars. Like, you got Chris Stouffer right now, your quick time. Aaron Rowland put down his first lap, 31.276, so he'll look to knock off about a full second and try to take over that top spot. And he goes about a second and a half, maybe. It's going to be tight to see what he can do with the second lap.
Yeah, the interesting thing, about here with Kansas and these cars is it's going to be interesting to see how many of these guys are going to use those black seams out there, kind of help rotate these cars just a little bit. I know, these cars are just a little bit freer, but as the rub goes on and these things tighten up a little bit, those seams can be a driver's best friend. And I think we might see a couple of these guys out here trying to use those seams to help rotate these cars.
Hell yeah, break out the nitro. Nitrous Cowboy Troy Thomas, the top of the board, fastest qualifier, 30.217. What a heater.
Yeah, I ran with Troy last night in the Xfinity race. And we all kind of thought that race was going to go south really quick, and none of us decided to qualify. Me, Troy, a lot of the guys there in Misfits Racing decided not to qualify because we figure, avoid some of the carnage, and then it ends up we go flag to flag for 105 laps.
It was an awesome race.
That was not something that was on my bingo card last night.
It was not ideal for the majority of the field, but it's what happened, and it played out a lot differently than, and the worst, I won't say worse because it wasn't bad, but the biggest part of it was the battle for the lead in the last 5 laps.
Yeah, that was I wasn't a part of it, sadly, but I went back and I watched it last night, and that was pretty intense there between Steven Luttrell and Chris Pendell for that win. That was pretty impressive to watch.
Yeah, it was an awesome race to the line and the last few laps there, and just to see how much they were pushing their cars to get around and try to hang with one another was very, very unique through the course of the last night's race.
Yeah, the last night's race was unique all in itself. It was, those Xfinity or O'Reilly cars at the Legacy Phoenix, and that's one track that we have not ran here at Races Elite across any of the series, I believe. And so, last night was kind of a first for just about everybody in here. And man, I tell you, it was those tight, O'Reilly cars on a Legacy, Phoenix with no dog leg. Really had to rotate those corners well. That was one of the things I was having trouble with, was rolling the center of the corner. But then you add on top of it 132, 135 degree track temp, man. That was just that was wicked. That's what I said. Like, it was not on my bingo card to go green to checkered last night with no cautions. That was kind of unreal. Yeah,
we kind of thought that being a little different style of racetrack and the way that it was, that we were going to see more of the caution man than what we did see.
Yeah, I was thoroughly impressed with everybody, but that just goes to show the level of skill of some of these drivers around here at Races Elite. To go to a brand new track that's really it's tough to navigate, and in a car that's tough to drive under track temperatures that are tough to drive in any car. To go caution free for that whole 105 laps, that was really impressive.
Yeah, it was an awesome race to watch and to call. Just the way everything played out, it was awesome. Patrick Millette puts his first lap down here, qualifies 8th quick. Currently, he's tied with Cody Benelli, but there's a 4th digit we can't see. It's 30.317 down to the 3rd digit there, so tied for that position. Other than that 4th digit that we obviously can't see here. But that's a great effort there by the 14. We'll see if he can make a better lap here this time by. We said second lap's the money lap here, and Brandon Puffenbarger also out there in the 5 car. Gonna work on scoring a lap here. Andrew Tuft, the 98 Ford.
I was going to say, Puffenbarger's going to be the one I'm going to be watching on his hot lap here, because he laid the quickest lap in practice, and he was looking really comfortable out there.
Well, Patrick Millette, quick time, 30.170. Will it stick? Andrew Tuft in that Miller Lite Racers Elite Network sponsored 98 Ford Taurus coming to the line. First lap, 30.958.
Stayed no surprise when Millette jumping to the top of the board. He was right there, right behind Puffenbarger in the practice session.
A little shared secrets.
Ran a 30.134 and Millette with a 135, so he was right there.
HendrickCars.com number 5 crosses the line, 30.307 his first lap, 8th quick. And Andrew Tuft goes second quick on the board with a 30.183 right behind Millette. So Nitro's Cowboy Troy Thomas has been knocked to third.
Only the second driver to break down into the ones where they were in practice.
And Puffenbarger this time by this lap. Is it faster? Not seeing anything count here.
Or maybe Puffenbarger got into the wall a little bit and had an abnormal lap. Didn't count it.
That's what I'm thinking. It's the only thing that makes sense. He didn't jump to the top of the board, so I mean, I kind of pulled that one out there. Marquis out there.
Have a little bit of work to do to get back up front.
Just a little bit. Maybe he's done that on purpose. But the Coors Light sponsored 41 Chevrolet across the line for the first time for Aaron Marquis. And he will post a 30.617 second lap. Let's see. Got the 41 out there. The 46 is Christopher's out there still turning the laps. So getting these laps in. There's qualifying about to come to a close. We got 18 drivers that took on qualifying times. Everybody else will tag on to the rear of the field. Kinsley Smith not posting lap time. Truth Hook, Brandon Zimmerman, Timothy Eisbrand, and Barry Nelson not posting a full lap here. And looks like the field is mostly controlled by that Gen 4 Chevy Monte Carlo.
I say, man, I'll tell you one thing I am excited for. iRacing announced it today. Season 2 build. The Dodge Ram coming to the Truck Series. I love it. Can't wait.
Ooh. Heck yeah.
I will be switching over from the Chevy to the Ram for show.
Another diversifactor in iRacing.
Right. I mean, we just got to make sure that, any of the ARCA series that's going on around iRacing, make sure we put a Ram-sponsored Chevy out there like they did in real life for Benny Tyrell there.
Heck yeah.
I got a kick out of that. Nobody was thrown off by that. Everybody caught it. It was so hilarious.
Heck yeah. That's always funny. Let's see here. I think this is form-fitting for the night. They fought through the heat, battled the corners, and now only one thing matters, surviving the green flag. We have a front row that promises fireworks, a midfield packed with hunger, and a champion looking to defend their turf. It's time to see who has the speed and who has the heart. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineup looks like this. Starting inside the front row will be the number 14 of Patrick Millette. To his outside, the 98 of Andrew Tuft for Racers Elite, Chicken Coop Racing. Starting inside of row number 2, in the third spot, the 88 the Nitrous Cowboy, it's Troy Thomas. To his outside will be the 77 of Alex Gates. Starting inside of row number 3, in the 5th starting spot, is going to be the 46 of Christopher, and his outside with the 86 of Kyle Hess. Looking inside of row number 4 in the 7th starting position is going to be the 36 of Stephen Luttrell, last night's race winner, and his outside will be the number 8 of Curtis Ecker. Looking inside of row number 5 in the 9th starting spot is going to be Brandon Puffenbarger in the number 5, and his outside, Cody Manelli in the 19 will start P10. Looking inside of row number 6 in the 11th starting position will be the number 50 of Terry Fennell, and his outside, the number 10 of Kirby Wainscott will start P12. Rolling back to row number 7, starting in the 13th spot, Joshua Norton Jr. in the 24, and his outside, Andrew Moore in the 54 will start P14. Inside of number 8, the 15th starter will be the 43 of Alex Teft, the Aflac 43, to his outside, the Coors Light 41 of Aaron Marquis will start P16. Inside of number 9, the 17th starting spot will be the X-side number 4 of Dennis Kane, to his outside, it's going to be the number 66 of Aaron Rowland. Inside of row number 10, in the 19th starting spots, the 55 double Nicholas Truth Hope, to his outside, the 15 of Kinsley Smith will start 20th. Inside of row 11, in the 21st starting spot, is the 92 of Timothy Asburn, to his outside, Barry Nelson, and the 96 will start P22. Starting tailback on the field, scheduled to be the lone starter, it's the 65 of Brandon Zimmerman. The green flag is coming, the drivers are set, they're pulling belts tight one more time, and it's time to set this field to green. Pick your favorite color, favorite driver, favorite number. The race is about to be had. Patrick Mutt, Andrew Tuff going to bring us down. iRacing.com pace car is in. Across the front straightaway we go. Green flag is out and away they go. Patrick Millette.
A little bit of a punch up back here already on the outside lane. Cody Benelli going around already. Caution's going to come out.
Yeah, the cold tires here, and somebody's. Man, we got the 24. It's Josh Norton Jr. and the 19 of Cody Benelli involved in this one. Somebody's kind of. I don't know who spun. They had the bunch up, and it looked like they either spun tires or somebody got turned around here. We'll try and see if. Right there it is. Right off the front of the 54, Cody Benelli goes around. So unfortunately,
saw that outside lane. Saw that outside lane stacking up there. Just man, unfortunate for these guys early on. I don't think they got a lot of damage though, so I think they're going to be fine. But
I saw somebody's nose. It's the nose of the 54 that's laying on the racetrack on the front stretch.
Okay, maybe a little bit more damage.
Yeah, he's missing a nose there. So something else you got to watch too on these green flags. There you can't pass, can't change lanes. So I don't know if there's any of that. Yeah.
Yeah, stack ups will kill you like that when you can't change lanes before the start finish line.
So actually that all started on the 10, I think, of Kirby Wainscott. Caused this to happen. I believe that the decision's up to race control, but it looked like he kind of gave somebody the bump. So we'll see where the EOL comes into play at and how this gets handled.
Yeah, I think Kirby just came over and apologized to everybody for that. So I think he pretty much knows that was his deal.
Well, pit road is a busy place right now, and after that, I mean, everybody just trying to get going, and unfortunately couldn't.
Oh, they actually putting that on the 86 of Kyle Hess.
He missed a shift. Maybe he at fault for something. Stuff we can't set. So we'll leave it to race control. Speed Zone Race Control up there always doing a fantastic job, and appreciate them for doing that.
Yeah, she got angry at me last night. That was pretty funny.
I'm saying it'll be Friday.
Well, as I said, with those Xfinity cars at Phoenix, I didn't get a lot of pit road practice. So coming down from my one and only pit stop, I had the race leader right behind me, and I had him in the voice chat, and I told him, I said, I'm gonna go in slow, but I'm gonna stay to the left so that if you can enter better than me, I'm not gonna wreck you. So I stayed to the left side all the way down pit road, and she didn't like that too much.
I gotcha. Yeah,
I was just trying to avoid wrecking the leader by coming down on pit road the same lap as he was.
Yeah, sometimes it's just rules are rules. That's what we're leaving at. And she makes sure that they are followed to a T by the book, and
absolutely,
she is very fantastic at her job. And I get yelled at for changing lanes coming to the green flag, even though somebody was 500 RPMs lower than what I was at the time, and I was like, I'm either gonna hit the brakes and cause a big wreck, or I'm gonna go ahead and change lanes where I can go where it's safe and avoid it. And well, needless to say, and then I didn't feel so bad after the fact that the leader, the last two restarts prior to those, head lane changed and he got docked his win. So
Oh boy.
there was a lot that was reviewed at that point. I imagine that they were trying to see what was happening because they didn't catch that for a bit. So we got the one to green and we're rolling into turn 3 and 4 as the field trying to get gathered back up. We got a couple stragglers back here making their way to the field, and hopefully they get all situated.
Let's say real quick before we get back to green, can you share your Discord with me, please?
Yeah, I should be able to.
Say Patrick Millette, Andrew Teft bringing them back down into the restart zone. Green flag is back out. Millette get a huge jump on Teft on the outside there. He's going to jump out to a big lead, and Alex Gates is going to follow right in suit in that 77 car down on the bottom. In the 46, and Chris Stouffer also looking to the inside of Andrew Teft. That outside just not getting going. That bottom side getting that good jump.
All right, from now on, I'm going to keep record of this. Every time I start a race and it doesn't go, you're going to have to call it because they got off on that one. Patrick Millette, your race leader in the 14 Ghost. What is that, Ghost? You can't even see it. Ghost something. Let me get on the hood of that car and see what that is. So he's got company with Alex Gates to the outside, Chris Stouffer in third. And, man, I tell you, those pit stops in that early incident really shuffling up these drivers, and we're going to go 3 wide out front. Did we not learn anything from that initial start?
We learned go.
Oh, that's Osborne.
Losing in the wall.
Hey, we got to make the joke. He didn't fix it. He did not fix it. No.
Seen that live. Now the caution's out. The 86, Kyle Hess involved.
That's a Kyle Hess late involved in this.
I can't tell if that was Kirby.
This is Josh
Truth.
He's good.
There's a blue car back there that got involved in that too. I couldn't make the number out.
Yeah, we'll see what we can find here. I don't. Hopefully this takes us back to it. Insurance Centers, corporate history. Oh yeah.
There's Kyle.
That was when he knocked it off. That was way late.
Was that maybe?
That was the.
I saw a blue car back there too. Was that Kinsley? Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was Kinsley.
Was the blue car back?
Yeah, that was Kinsley, but that was after the fact. That coming to the corner, looks like Osborne got in the wall. It was late. Yeah, he got loose. He corrected it, but got in the wall. Contact comes here with Hess going down the racetrack, and it looks like the 10 of Kirby Wainscott. The blue car you saw was Smith, but he was making contact down below.
Then maybe I need to refresh my paints because I think it was Kirby that I was seeing as the blue car, because normally he runs that blue and black races elite car.
He's in a different car tonight, yes.
And I just noticed that. So let me refresh my paints. Maybe that's where I saw that blue car from. Was
Kinsley is in the Napa 15.
Kirby. Yeah, but I just saw, like I said, I saw the blue car like really slow, like he had
Kirby's in a red, black, and gold looking car and yellow tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing now out of it. So maybe I just needed to refresh my paints.
Yeah, trading paints acts up, and there's how many of us trying to keep those things loaded, so we're all good.
Man, I tell you, I've been having problems with trading paints lately. Like I ran a race in another league that I run in on Monday nights in the trucks, and I always, my whole race, I saw my paint scheme, and I watched the broadcast back, and I was in the iRacing stock, just plain color, no sponsor, iRacing number.
Maybe
I was the only one out there that was like that, and I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, I don't know why.
Maybe they didn't have that one.
No, everybody else was right. I was the only one that had the wrong thing.
Weird.
No idea. Huh. I know last night it was right in the Xfinity race.
Right? Oh, yeah. So Alex Gates now be your race leader, and we'll take a quick... we'll leave it alone.
That was a good little battle there between the 77, the 46, and the 14. They're trying to go 3 wide, battling for this lead early on. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, maybe early, but still got a long way to go. You got 2 cautions, and it's got 97 laps to go. And unfortunately,
if these cautions keep flying the way that they are, you're going to want to be aggressive on all these restarts to get whatever positions you can get before that yellow flies again.
Yeah, it's they're gonna plague your race for sure. You're not wrong there. They're definitely gonna have issues getting through the race if it goes under caution the whole time. And unfortunately, right now we're losing laps. As we all know, under caution we ain't getting nowhere. So 2 cautions so far. The first one happened was we took the green flag, and this one matter of laps later. And that's the difference factor between you're in the Xfinities last night. I don't even know where we were now. Phoenix, the dog
Legacy
without
Phoenix,
the dog leg. Hey, they say that there was no leg at Phoenix, but there is. It's called the Legacy Phoenix.
Yeah.
Hey, get the leg.
There's a dog leg there. It's just called icy grass.
Yeah.
with a launch spot with a ramp of a curb there if you hit it. So.
All right, here we go. We get back to green here. NightRacing.com official pace car is in. We hit the restart zone. Green flag's back out. And Alex Gates, good jump on the outside there to get back to the pedal. And he's going to leave Chris Stoper there. But, man, if he gets out too far, we'll see how fast he gets run over. I mean, he may not, but it looks like everybody's kind of separated, so I don't think they're going to be able to get too big of an advantage coming forward here.
I said one thing here about Kansas is I know that top line will work around this track. Is we see the 46 up there now. That is one lane that you can run and make up spots, and that's why Gates started up there so that he can control that top lane going into 1. But that 46 sticking right there to the top, going to look to try to make a pass here coming out of turn 2. Not going to get there. Gates going to shut that door, but that top side definitely a viable option here tonight.
Yeah. We saw them. They were going to try 3 wide, and it wasn't. I ain't gonna say it wasn't going to work. They were definitely going to make it work, and it's kind of getting interesting.
Yeah, I got another 3-car battle here for this top spot. This time it's Stephen Luttrell on the 36 instead of the 14 of Patrick Millette. But Luttrell looking to the bottom side of Chris Stouffer out there on that top side. Heck of a battle going on for the top spot here.
And Christopher looking to the outside in the 4DRaceware.com sponsored Chevrolet. Stephen Luttrell, last night's race winner of the Xfinity Series, of that 10th Mountain sponsored Ford Mustang. Maybe a Fusion here. Maybe a Fusion in this one. I know the Xfinity was a Mustang. This is a Fusion, so my apologies. Getting a little mixed match here as they roll around the racetrack. And battle for the race lead. Here comes Chris Stouffer to the outside of the 77. Good battle now taking place here as he works the outside lane. It's quarter of a second gap. See if we get the momentum here off the top side of the racetrack. Should be able to carry it forward, but he does not have the lead at the line. Another lap led by Alex Gates.
I'd say Stouffer got a heck of a good run out there off the 2, which really got him up there side by side. Didn't allow Gates to self-clear himself to that top side coming out of 2. And going to get another good run here. It looks like going to get right beside him, get that nose out front. Looks like Stouffer is going to, he got cleared, but then Gates got that run right back in there. We'll see if he can get him cleared off of 4 here.
And he will.
Going to get him cleared and lead that lap.
And Stephen Luttrell now saw him do that, and he's starting to think about doing the same thing. He's going to try to stick his nose in the mix, maybe. We'll see. These guys are going to have to try and find some distance here. Try to separate themselves from that 77 of Gates. Is Stephen Luttrell looking at the bottom of the racetrack, because it looks like Andrew Moore, going to find his way around Barry Nelson for the 9th spot. And Stephen Luttrell now going to find 2nd.
Yeah, so Gates got in the wall right there, just a little bit coming out of turn 4, allowed Stephen Luttrell to really get a good run on that inside. But man, I tell you what, these top 3 have checked out from the rest of the field. Got about a 1.4 second gap between Gates in 3rd and Patrick Millette back there in 4th. So these top 3 are really checking out here.
They can check out, but the rest of these drivers back to the field might be trying to find themselves a little bit here and get their footing. We may see them come back around closer to the time for the first round of pit stops.
And we got some really good racing going on back here. Right around the Aaron Marquis, Cody Benelli area. There's about 8 cars there really having a good fight back here. To say the 98 of Andrew Teft has really kind of fallen off. He started P2 back there, or up front right there in P2 on that outside front row. Now all the way back to 13th. He has dropped 11 spots since he dropped the green flag here.
Trying to get this to do what I want done right early. Let's see. We got 23 drivers and working on getting the tower to highlight those. One of them actually out of the race, and that's Brandon Zimmerman. I don't think he opted the starting grid, so. I guess. Alright, now we're good. Christopher, Alex Gates, Stephen Luttrell, Troy Thomas, Patrick Millette, your top 5 here at Kansas so far. Working lap 20 of 105. We are now a fifth of the way home, roughly.
And they are still running side by side back here for right around the 13th, 14th spot, man. They're battling it out pretty good here. You got Aaron Marquis and Puffenbarger side by side. We got Barry Nelson, Kensley Smith side by side back here. These guys have been kind of going at it for the last 5 laps or so. It's been really fun to watch.
It's always a good time to watch these drivers try to fight their way through the field. Passes happening all over the place. Andrew Moore and Aaron Rowland battling for position, and Aaron Marquis and Brandon Puffenbarger, like you highlighted there. Interesting stuff back through the field. You know, fortunately for all these drivers, that even during that issue they had on lap 1, the only one really lost any true time is Curtis Ecker. Appears to be here. He's the only one on lap down, I believe.
Yeah, Curtis is the only car not on the lead lap right now.
So, I mean, that's also very fortunate for him as well. You know, if we were to happen to get a third yellow flag to come out, and he's not the cause of it or the reason, then he can get back on that lead lap. And fortunately for him, and actually unfortunate at the moment, but every point matters and every position matters at this point in time, so he's probably definitely trying to get to that, keep himself in that position to get that lap back.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm trying to figure out if Andrew Teft is if he's struggling or if he's trying to save. I mean, he has really fallen off. You know, like I said, starting P2 back there in 13th now. And that 98 Miller Lite Ford. Not sure if he's trying to save a little tire or if he's just really struggling right now.
Right. That's just looking lap time wise, I think he's just trying to save some tire a little bit. 31.220. I mean, I don't even know if he's trying to do that. He's still a little bit quicker than the majority of the field if you look at the last laps, the last time by. So, and meanwhile, Alex Gates is retaking the race lead out front. Christopher back to second. Stephen Luttrell in third. Troy Thomas now fourth. And Patrick Millette still rounds out your top 5. Like you said, the front 3 still kind of hanging it in the wind.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if these top 3 have started to burn their stuff off, because that
Just
gap back from 3rd to 4th was about 1.4-ish seconds, and now that gap is under about 0.7 of a second, give or take, between Chris Strofer and Troy Thomas in the 88 back there. So I think these top 3 might be starting to burn their stuff up by running so hard.
Yeah, they were a little bit. I saw the 46 of Chris Strofer get into the outside retaining wall. You know, he didn't really hit it too hard, but he definitely checked to see if it was still up there. And survey says Yep, still there.
The 88 there, Troy Thomas looking to the bottom side, looking to take over this P3 spot. If he can get it done, Patrick Millette right there right behind him. Now he's going to try to battle Troy for this 4th spot.
I don't know exactly where this came from, but there was a Puff Daddy on YouTube says, no, I just suck apparently. There's almost 3 wide. There's a little bit of loosey-goosey factor playing in there.
Let's say I saw Patrick Millette really kind of send it in. He washed right up the track. I thought he was going to get into the 46 there as Chris Stouffer, but able to get that thing to bite and run back down the track. But, whoa, Stouffer just a little bit loose.
Well, we got a moment. I want to thank all our valuable viewers, our loyal fans out there for tuning in to the Racers Elite Network to root on their favorite drivers each and every week. We appreciate you guys checking in and being a part of what we have going on here, and fantastic to have you all along, and we're glad to have you. So thanks for tuning in, and we hope we continue to see you each week, and that everything's going swimmingly in your lives, and allow you to come back and be with us each night that you wish to be here with the Racers Elite Network.
So the 46 here, Chris Stouffer is starting to fall into the clutches of Troy Thomas, but I'm seeing him get really loose on corner exits here. So I'm wondering if running that top side, he's really burned those rears up, getting them a little tail loose on the exits of these corners. But starting to fall back here into the clutches of Troy Thomas in that 88. Still able to hold it strong up there, but I've just noticed him starting to get really loose on corner exits here.
Yeah, he's losing lap time. He's almost 300ths off of Patrick Millette and Alex Gates. So he's definitely slowed that machine down, and it like you said, I think it's coming off of a lot of excess tire aggressiveness. Just seeing how he's had to handle that number 46 car.
We start to see the 50 machine there, Terry Fennell, starting to work his way into the mix here too. He's starting to run the 46 and the 88 down. Boy, the 88 all over. I don't know if he was loose or if he was just seesawing that wheel, but man, he was back and forth all the way down that straightaway.
I actually think, and this is just a thought, he may have been trying to break the slipstream between the two drivers to be able to keep that car from getting tight or pushing him off or being too loose on entry.
I'll say it's that, or maybe with the aero package on these cars, maybe having that 46 right there on the bumper just got him upset. I mean, I don't think there was like a bump draft type of a thing there, but I know these different cars, man, the aero packages on them are so much different, and every car on the track can alter the way that a car handles out there. And I'm just wondering if maybe with the 46 being as close as he was, if it was just maybe getting the 88 upset just a little bit.
And that very well it could be. We'll take a look at our biggest movers here in just a moment. We got now that we're rolling about 32 laps into this event here. So we'll take a look at our biggest gainers here tonight so far. It looks like Barry Nelson, who is currently in position 9, started 21st. Timothy Asbran started in position... how can that be? 9, 12, okay, so 22nd. Okay, so Timothy Osborne started 21st and is now in 13th, up 8 spots. Terry Fennell started in position 11. He's currently in 6th. Stephen Luttrell started in the 7th position, currently in 2nd. And Kinsley Smith started 20th, currently 15th. Those are your biggest movers so far in this race.
I was saying, Fennell got a really good run on Patrick Millette there and got right by him on the outside. I think we're going to start seeing some pit stops happen. Yeah, the 46 coming down. I knew we were right within that window, even with those 2 cautions. I knew we were close to that window. We're going to start seeing some pit stops happening here. But, yeah, Fennell just kind of coming out of nowhere there on that last lap, getting around the 46.
Yeah, he brought the 14
to
Patrick
a little bit of
Millette.
speed later on with those tires that he was kind of saving a little bit.
He brought the 14 Patrick Millette along with him down pit road. So our first pit cycle is currently underway, and the first 2 drivers down are the 14 of Millette and the 46. And here we go. Here's the big jump, the 19 of Cody Benelli, one of the only drivers to stay out on the racetrack. I think the 77 of Alex Gates is still right there with him.
The fuel run here is going to be right around 30 laps, I think, and You might be able to stretch it out an extra lap or so, but I don't think you're going to go much farther than say, 31, 32 laps.
This is what I want to see right here. Alex Gates is now coming to pit road with the advantage he has on these drivers. What do you do? Like, I think right side's in fuel, but that's where I'm wondering. This is where I wonder what's going to play differently. Since he had the race lead and was out there so far, but Cody Benelli stays out. So what do you do if you're Alex Gates?
This early on, I think. I know we're going to have at least one more pit stop, possibly two. I say 4 tires early on here. See what he decides to do. It is going to be 4 tires to say. I would go 4 tires early on. I think maybe a 2-tire option possibly at the end, towards the end of the race on your last pit stop. But I know with as difficult as these cars are to handle sometimes, I just, and I said it last week, I'm just not sure how many 2-tire options we're going to see this season out of these guys. Because I just think the tires are going to be one of the more important aspects in this specific car.
Yeah, most definitely. And new race leader, Andrew Teft is now out front in the 98 Racers Elite Miller Lite sponsored machine. So that's a game changer there.
Yeah, I saw, after I was talking about him, kind of falling back there, I saw he was, he's still got to make his pit stop, but, he was running back there in 13th, 14th spot, and then all of a sudden I look up and he was up to around P8. This is before this cautions even, or the pit stops had even started, so I think he was just kind of laying back, saving a little bit of tire, a little bit of fuel, maybe stretch this run out just a little bit farther than what everybody else is going to.
Yeah, he's definitely doing that here. He's showing he's already got one stop in, but I think he came in with that second caution after that the one we had on the restart. So maybe able to push it a little bit further here. His pit lap was lap 7, so that's going to take him up to about lap 42, I think. So it's, unless he did some extra saving there and he can get a little bit further than that, we're going to find out.
They've got a couple more guys coming down now. So some guys able to stretch it out just a little bit farther, but see, I'm looking, the leaders are right around the 32 to 33 lap range since their last pit stop. So I think, like I said, even with those cautions that we had, it's still going to put it probably right around that 35 to maybe 37 lap range. So I'm thinking, probably within the next couple of laps, the leaders will be coming down pit road. And Andrew Teft coming down, and Alex Teft right behind him.
Yep, that's going to hand the lead over to the 10 of Kirby Wainscott. So Wainscott will leave for the first time today, so we're under green flag pit stops and green flag lead changes. So interesting to see how this is going to play out the further we get along.
Comes Kirby.
Yep, now Kirby's coming down. So there ain't a whole lot of drivers left, I don't think, to come down pit road.
I think he's the last one. I think this is going to turn the lead back over to Alex Gates, who's fighting with Steven Luttrell right now for what's going to be the lead here.
Let's see here, Kirby Wainscott, Alex Gates. Alex Gates looking to take the race lead back. He's 27 seconds back from Kirby Wainscott. What if Wainscott just took fuel and ran back out there? He wouldn't have been able to hang on to it, because here comes Gates now as he takes the race lead. Steven Luttrell, Chris Stouffer, all back to the top of the board here. Alex Gates, Steven Luttrell, Chris Stouffer, Patrick Millett, Cody Benelli to the 5th spot as Alex Gates has a little connection quality drop there. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. iRacing will take care of him for us in that sense.
I'll tell you, the one driver I've been really impressed with so far this season is that 36 of Steven Luttrell. All across races elite. He's he won the Xfinity race last night. I think he's got one win, one of the other series already this season. Last year he was quick, and he was running up front a lot, but he just could not seal the deal And then he picked up that win at the Snowball Derby there last season too. And then he got the win this season. I think that's kind of lifted that monkey off his back to finally get that points paying win. And he's been able to really be in contention. I think almost every race so far this season. But I've been really impressed with the 36 of Stephen Luttrell so far.
Yeah, and seeing that win last night was just an awesome race all around. Fantastic job through the course of that whole ordeal. It was an interesting race in general. To see how it played out was just phenomenal.
Yeah, it was interesting to see how it played out from behind the wheel too, as I watched everybody just driving away.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's definitely interesting there. A lot of great action around the racetrack. Yet here comes Terry Fennell now looking to challenge the Nitrous Cowboy Troy Thomas in the 88 for that 6th position. He's not quite there yet, but he's definitely trying to reel it in.
And I tell you, I really like that paint scheme on Terry Fennell's car. That old throwback to Todd Bodine, number 35 Tabasco car, back in the good old days of NASCAR. Man, I really like that paint scheme.
Yeah, there's a lot of throwbacks and possibilities out there for these drivers to come in here with, and it's awesome to see them come in with these schemes and have be able to represent them the way they do and have a great run. Terry right now in the top 10 and that number 50 Chevrolet.
Yeah, I grew up only a few hours from where all the Bodines are from, so like I said, for me to to see that old throwback to the to Todd's old scheme, I think that's why I like it so much, because they're kind of like the the area guys that made it in NASCAR. All three of them, Todd, Jeff, and Brett. I met Brett at Watkins Glen, some time ago, and just super nice family. Out of the Chemung, New York area. They got like a whole, I think they do bobsleds. They build bobsleds. And it's just so cool that, the things that they do even in their years after NASCAR.
Yeah, there's a lot of versatility and seeing what all these guys can do with the scheme wise and throwbacks, new ideas. It's it's like watching creations. Everybody's creations go up and down the highway, on the interstate, seeing all the different brands and what they want, how they want to represent themselves in the eye of the public.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I kind of like this Gen 4 car, because it gives you the possibilities to really take your creative juices for doing paint schemes and really bring back some history, if you will, of old iconic paint schemes of the years past.
The old paintbrush technique.
That's right.
Heck yeah,
That's right.
It's a long lost and forgotten, but not forgotten, as we do see a few that are still doing things that way to this day. And it's always unique to walk up to a car and run your hand across. You go, oh, hey, wait, come here. This is actually paint. You feel that? And that smooth vinyl.
A little bit tackier than. It's got that little bit of extra little tackiness is what kind of gives it away to a brush paint versus like a wrap.
I know, yeah. It's great to see that. That's one thing that I gotta commend everybody on, the ones that take time to do stuff like that. It's, you don't have to, hey, I tore this up this weekend. Can we get another one of these printed? When can you get it to me? We got to put the car back together. It's got to be ready by such and such a date. We're going racing this weekend. We've got 3 days to put this thing back together. Can you rush it to me? Can you overnight it?
Yeah, exactly. I tell you, somebody that needs to do that. Timothy Eisman, he's got that off-centered paint job. We talked about it last week. He needs to get himself a new wrap, get that thing fixed.
That's what he was doing earlier. He was trying to knock that off there.
On him. I'm going to pick on him on the broadcast until he gets that thing fixed.
I'm gonna paint him a car, but I'm gonna make that target logo. That target logo is gonna become a bullseye, and he's gonna lose it.
Right there.
Hang on,
Nice save by Tim.
We gotta change this. That was a nice save, but yeah. Let's go back to Alex Gates.
He heard me talking about him, and he started laughing so hard he almost spun out.
Well, he was gonna spin out. Let's see, what is this? Okay. What is that? Okay. Yeah, it's wow. Alex Gates still your race leader in lap 55. We're gonna take a brief pause for the cause.
Whoa!
Take a yeah.
Gates got loose there, almost got that rear end up into the wall.
Yeah, we're gonna go turn the water off, pay some bills. We'll be right back here with the regular close of the Gem 4 Cup Series at the Kansas Speedway. Alrighty, back here live, watching Alex Gates here. 60 laps, working lap 60 here. Alex Gates leading the way, and very commandingly at that. So we'll take a look here at our lap leaders as we have a handful of them. A little more than a handful, really. Alex Gates obviously has led 39 laps so far. Make that 40 as he crosses the line. Is currently increasing that number. Has led the most laps today thus far. And another 5 laps of that, and he will make it so nobody else can lead more than he can today. As Chris Stoper's led 8 laps, Patrick Millett's led 6 laps, and Andrew Teft at 4, Kirby Wainscott at 2, and Cody Benelli at 1. And the driver the furthest back that's led laps today, Kirby Wainscott, back in the 15th position, not starting spot. It's his current running position.
I say Alex up there trying to make sure he can clock in the most laps led. Bonus point there too. As I said, every bonus point in this kind of a points format's gonna matter. So
yeah, you want every bonus point you get leading laps, fastest lap of the race, most positions gained. However, Alex Gates started in 4th, so that's gonna be kind of hard to do with Barry Nelson, who started back in 22nd, currently running in the 8th spot, up 14 positions. Biggest mover so far. So speaking of Gem 4 Cup cars, you see here right now, we will be, if I remember right, Daytona tomorrow night. Friday, Super Speedway Series.
yeah, that'll be fun, taking these Gen 4s to the Super Speedway. Can't really bump draft with these cars.
Oh, you don't want to, but you can. It's not recommended.
Well, say you can bump draft somebody, but that's not to say that they're going to like you bump drafting them. Oh, Fennel loose down on the apron, caught that white line, got a little bit sideways back there. Got it saved up though.
And Andrew Tupp looks to the outside, the 98 Races Elite Network sponsored ride, and he will take over the 9th spot from Terry Fennel as Fennel gathers his ride back up as you were watching there. So he's going to lose a spot. I think lost 2. I think Barry Nelson snuck around in the 96 as well. Yeah.
I think he got just a little bit too much of that white line and stepped out just a little bit, just like he is right there. I think it just kind of stepped out on him and shot him down to the apron down there.
Yeah, Terry got down there and that on the apron, got the car loose, and he got passed by the 3 Stooges, Alex Teft, Barry Nelson, and Andrew Teft. He had a 3 for there as they rolled to the corner. When I nickname those the 3 Stooges, I mean, Alex and Andrew are brothers, and, you know, I think Barry's been around long enough that it's kind of happened. It looks like Chris Stoper's coming down pit road in the 46, so he's going to initiate our 2nd round of stops, I believe, and this may be the offset.
Yeah, I would say the 2nd round should be coming up here. It's going to be interesting because it's going to put the guys who are coming down now, it's going to put them like having to pit again with about 10 laps to go. Maybe a little less, but
they right now, if they're pitting right now, they're going to be about 2 laps short. 2 to 4.
I say because they're getting right around 30 laps a run.
It's a little over 34. I think is what we're looking at. And they're about 5. They'd be about 5, 6 laps short. You're right.
Be a fun ending.
Yes, it will. We're going to find out how it's going to play out. Drivers still trying to figure out Stephen Luttrell, last night's Xfinity winner. Currently in the second spot.
Terry Fennell coming down pit road.
Yep, 50 down. The 14 is also down there as well. So Patrick Millette coming down. As we witnessed during that brief commercial break paying the bills, Andrew Moore currently taking his car back to the trailer and calling it a night. And here we go, Alex Gates. And looks to be the 36 of Stephen Luttrell down here, as well as Troy Thomas on pit road. So things changing here. Cody Benelli decides to stay out. We'll see how long he decides to do so, but he is out there by himself.
Man, the 46 just got a heck of a run with those fresh tires and just kind of bottom topped the 86 and the 5 there. That was fun to watch. Had to kind of crisscross applesauce himself between the two of them guys to get by with those fresh tires.
I also think he might have went into panic mode, realizing he was a lap down.
So Stephen Luttrell, Alex Gates coming out, so he just got by them, so that's going to put him back on the lead lap the old-fashioned way.
He got to get around Cody Benelli. 19. There it is.
But yeah, when Cody pits.
Yeah. And he's doing that now. So he should get it back now. Well, the lead got handed over to Alex Tuft in the 43. So now it's Tuft, Nelson, Kane, Smith, your top 5.
Yeah, I'm impressed with old Barry there in that 96. I mean, and I'm only saying that so I can pick on him a little bit, but he hasn't smashed that car into the wall yet. He's kept it pretty clean all race long.
Aaron Marquis.
So when he goes back and watches it, he can say, "Damn it, Russ."
I think the 41 got caught speeding going down pit road on entry, or too fast entering. Had a black flag clear for the 41 machine on lap 69.
That's not good.
Nope. And that little bit of issue for his stop, now going to put him on lap 68 and a half when the leaders are going to lap 70. Oh, Barry Nelson, you had to say it.
I had to say it, but he kept it off the wall.
Can you read?
Props, kept it off the wall.
He looked at the wall and said, "I wonder if Russ can read the side of my car."
You probably imagined that my face was on the inside of that pit wall right there, and he was just trying to hit it, but he couldn't get it done.
He's working on flying the bird. It's all right. Yeah, Aaron Marquis had to have a 63.5 second pit stop to serve that penalty.
I we like giving old Barry some grief.
I was about to say he switched numbers and all the bad luck went away, and then the announcer's curse hit him because we were watching him and he hiccuped on pit road.
Yeah, we pick on Barry a little bit, but he knows he could take it all in stride.
Ooh, breaking news: Curtis Ecker black flag.
Oh man,
for the 8.
There must be another pit road. Pit road starting to bite some guys here on this late pit stop.
Sure is. Curtis Ecker currently in his box and have to have a hold penalty here. He's going to have to serve. Pit road's where it happens, win and lose.
Absolutely.
Kirby Wayne's got your race leader right now, out front. And his last pit lap was 42, so he is coming to pit road now, and he'll hand the lead over to Chris Stouffer in a 46. And now the 46 has been competitive all day long, or all night here at the Kansas Speedway. And we have 31 laps remaining. And I tell you what, Curtis Ecker had a 55.6 second pit stop, and that is 2 laps here. And he is going to fight hard to get those back, and he's going to play HE double hockey sticks unless we get a couple of cautions that are not his fault, and him being in the right place at the right time to get those back.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, what do we got? 5
30.
drivers right now who are only 1 lap down compared to his 2. So, yeah, he's going to need quite a bit of help, I think, to get those 2 laps back.
He's gonna have to drop a little bit extra in that Christmas card, but speed zone race control to get those back.
Well, now these guys are starting to fall. It must have been just because of pit stops, because now I'm only seeing 2, which the last car 1 lap down is the 14 of Patrick Millette, but I believe he will still be on the lead lap once this cycles around again. So
yeah, unfortunately,
now
stories.
Curtis Ecker, I was saying now Curtis Ecker's 3 laps down. Aaron Marquis is 2 laps down.
Yeah, those are the latest breaking stories of the race here. 2 drivers with black flags on that round of pit stops, and it's not going to play well for them to run to the end of this race. 28 laps to go here. Christopher out front in the 46 machine. I wonder if we got
Yeah, Stouffer's got probably the biggest lead we've seen out of anybody so far here today. He came down pit road a little bit earlier than everybody else. Currently right about almost a 4-second gap between him and Alex Gates back there, that 77. So that's the biggest gap we've seen for a leader all night. Let's see if he's going to attempt to try to save enough fuel to make it to the end or not. I don't know if it's possible, but be fun to watch and see, though.
looking for the battles on the racetrack right now, and see Barry Nelson has made his way back out on the racetrack, and he's trying to hold or fend off the trying to fend off the 42 or 92 of Timothy Eisburn. I went into that whole NASCAR mode, and I was like, the 42, I was like, that's the 41 car, and I was like, no, it's the 92, you idiot.
Yeah, it's yeah, you used to see it in the 42. Throws you off, man.
Ooh.
Oh, Aaron got looses. I'll get out right there.
Well, he got out all right. Just stepped right out. And he brought it right back, too. Good hands. Good save. Too many cores in that cockpit. So he keep his pilot's license. He didn't screw up the landing this time. Terry Fennell under charge for Barry Nelson. Yeah, look at what I was looking at.
So, yeah, Barry looking to the outside of Terry here.
I thought Puffenbarger and the Chitoke were gonna have a nice little battle going on there too. The way that corner exit looked like it was a great run there, and it just got missed.
That little guy we haven't talked too much about here tonight, kind of surprisingly, Brandon Puffenbarger. I mean, he was top of the board in practice, had a lot of speed, but has not really shown a lot of speed here during the race. Currently right back there running 16th, right there behind Truth. Haven't talked about Truth much at all today either. I think Truth's kind of been struggling so far at the start of this season, all across races elite. He just and you know he's struggling when in the Xfinity series we've had 2 races and I've finished higher than Truth has in both of those races.
I'm not gonna knock you. You've earned the bragging rights.
Well, it sounds like you know Truth's been struggling when I'm finishing better than he is.
So we're watching the stuff in the back of the pack. I like to stay back there. We're gonna highlight this real quick. We're gonna go right back to where the action is. Chris Stouffer, almost a 6-second lead over Alex Gates. Chris Stouffer having a phenomenal run, and Kansas is his place to race, and he is definitely putting that 40 Raceway Chevrolet out front to shine tonight.
Yeah, I would say Stouffer really stretched this gap out. I mean, it was almost 4 seconds the last time I talked about it. Now, yeah, almost 6 seconds. So, starting to stretch it out just a little bit. But that's kind of telling me that he might not be saving anything to try to make it to the end of this thing.
I think he's gotten out far enough now where he's going to start trying to save while these guys are trying to reel him in.
So we got 20 to go.
21. Make it 20. See,
21? Yeah, I'll say I don't think so. I don't think he can save I mean, aside from a myriad of cautions here late, I mean, he last pitted 20 laps ago, so that's going to be about a 40-lap stretch to try to push it to the end if he can save enough. And I just
he needs to stretch four. He needs to stretch 4 laps, so he might. We've seen. Now I'm not gonna lie. If he's got the skill, I haven't seen Christopher race too much. I don't know what kind of skill level he's got behind the wheel. I mean, he's got enough to be out front. I'm not knocking him there. We've seen drivers stretch laps out before, and it's been by quite a number, like almost 8 laps more than what they probably should have had. So I don't know when he's going to start doing that, or if we just haven't noticed it because we've been caught up with the battle going on throughout the field. But we'll see if he's going to make it to the end. There's a chance.
Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was talking to Andrew before the race started there. And, you know, we know Andrew's the king of fuel saving here in Races Elite. And, he even said that he thinks it would be tough to even stretch it to a 35-lap run. So, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be close, I think.
I mean, he's got that 6-second gap, roughly 6-second gap to play with. So we'll see what he's able to do with it. I mean, the opportunity's there. We'll see if he can capitalize. Man, Troy Thomas, Stephen Luttrell, position number 4 battle. Troy Thomas moving forward now. I mean, lap time wise, Christopher struggled last time around to 31.506, 31.254 for Alex Gates. So Gates slowly going to try to pull that deficit as he's down to 5.25 seconds behind now. So we'll see.
Luttrell's starting to fall back here. I wonder if Luttrell is going into massive fuel save mode here.
Well, Steven pitted on lap 68. So
yeah, so he's 21 laps since his last stop. So
that put him around 37. So yeah, he's gonna have to start saving fuel. That's gonna adjust the way the running order is for sure.
Patrick Millette here taking a look to the inside, trying to get this extra spot here. No, he's trying. Yeah, he's fighting with Aaron Rowland right there in that 66 car to try to be that first car 1 lap down. They're both a lap down. That's a fight for the lucky dog. Should we get a caution here?
Yeah, that's right there with Stephen Luttrell. Your 5th place current. Oh! Contact! Rolling in the wall. Saved it.
Gonna give, as I said, it's going to give Millette quite that gap for the lucky dog. Should we get another caution?
Yeah, and that was not a teammate battle or a teammate save anyway. Those drivers not part of the same team as I seen. It was Joseph Bonner out there on the YouTube chat earlier, written on the LG Power Sports guys. So that. Those are both Joshua Norton Jr. and Aaron Rowland in the 66. Tonight is me and Joseph, and we'll do battle tomorrow night in the Gen 4 Cup cars at I think it's Daytona. Alex Gates went into fuel saving mode. Actually, where did... Maybe he did.
I was just gonna say the Stouffer must have had to come down pit road. If we are starting to see pit stop,
he did.
We completely missed that Stouffer. Yeah,
he did come down pit road.
Came down pit road.
So now he's looking to probably try to get back to the lead before this is all said and done. Don't know that he's going to because Alex Gates now gives up the position to Alex Teff to 43.
Yeah, I would say he pitted, I believe, about 3 laps before other drivers. So,
well,
if he couldn't make it, that's telling me that nobody could make it. And
that's not true. Alex Teff pitted on lap 74. That will put him at 32 laps. We'll give him, I think 32 laps will give him the race win. So he should be able to go to the end. Alex Gates, not so much. He's going to be a little bit shy, pitted lap 68. Andrew Tuft pitted lap 73. So this is going to come down to the Tufts, even though Andrew's got to put the pedal down. The Nitrous Cowboy's coming back in. He needs some fuel to go to the end as well, with 10 laps remaining. Ten laps to go. It's Tuft, Gates, Tuft, Kane, Benelli, Nelson, Wayne Scott, Fennell, Smith is now Alex Gates to pit road. The Tufts, can they do it 1-2? They've done it before. Can they do it again?
They've done it multiple times.
They have. You're not wrong. And they'll continue to do so. What we're seeing and witnessing here today at the Kansas Speedway. Andrew looked like he was loose coming off of turn 4. Cranking it up just a little bit here. Hey, the 43 is about to get into some clean air here, so that's gonna change the whole deal of how this plays out coming around here again.
Yeah, clean air is nice.
He's in
But
clean
at the same
air
time,
now.
Well, I was gonna say, when you're trying to fuel save, you kind of want that draft though.
Yeah, he's out front. He doesn't have to save any fuel. He should be able to go all the way. He probably. We'll be surprised to see him run out. As hard as he's still going at it. I mean, there's only 5 laps to go. He should know by now or not if he's got enough. It definitely don't look like there's any sign of lifting going on there in that 43 car. And Andrew's still far enough back. Doesn't look like it's quite gonna matter. I mean, your leader went across the line already, and he's around. The 92. No, the 92 drove away. No, that's not even him I was seeing. You got the 24. Oh, Terry Fennell got black flag down pit road. Pretty sure. Another one falls. Another one bites the dust. Pit road at Kansas. I tell you, Andrew Tuft is not catching him. He's faster. Alex might be saving a little bit of fuel, but he's got a 3-second advantage he can save if he has to. He can save a little bit. I don't know that he can save enough with 3 to go, though. Now's a bad time to be trying to stretch out like a few laps of fuel with a 3-second lead. And I see Alex kind of running away there a little bit as Andrew comes down the back straightaway. Currently on board with Andrew Tuft. He comes up the Marlboro number 24 of Josh Norton Jr., currently in 11th. You can see Alex Tuft's 43 car out front there, just in front of the 98's on board.
Take 2 to go here, coming to the white flag. No, we got 2 to go. I don't know why my Why my thing is showing that we're
You get two to go right now.
coming to the light. Yeah. It's showing 104 laps on my thing.
Oh, we were coming to the white flag. White flag's out. You were right.
No, white flag is up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were fine. You were spot on, brother.
Oh, now it just updated. Yep. I was saying now it just updated. Right?
Well, they weren't quite to the line yet, so.
Yeah.
Location. Ahmed.
Absolutely.
I love Jeff Dunham. Anyway, Alex Tepp.
Tell you what, man.
Off of 4 for the final time. Race winner tonight at Kansas. Unofficially, the 43 of Alex Tepp picks up the race win. Coming home in second, Andrew Teff, the 98. Third, Dennis Kane. Fourth, Cody Manelli. And Kirby Wainscott, your top 5. We'll check interviews with your top 3 drivers here in just a moment after this brief message from Renegade Race Fuels.
Racers that win, pour it in, and we appreciate you.
We're caught up here in at the podium finishers. We're going to speak with Mr. Dennis Kane. Dennis, a great run for you. Started back in the 17th starting spot. And just what went through your minds the course of this event from, start to finish, man? Things were a little bottlenecked early. It didn't really look like it was going to go that well, but things got turned around. Everybody got their feet back under them and was able to get this race to go pretty good there after that initial start.
Yeah, I messed up in qualifying, so I was towards the back. Then got involved in that first incident there. And, I had to get some damage repaired. I think I ended up losing a couple more spots, back to like 19th, and we went to green from there. And it just worked out to my advantage that since I was in the back and we had a couple more cautions, I think real quick ones after that, just to keep refueling. Coming down pit lane to refuel. And I knew I had some decent long run speed, so yeah, just a fuel advantage there, and worked out for me to go from basically a one-time 19th to third. That's a good run.
Well, you had your strategy planned out, and it panned in your favor. You rolled back through the field there at the end to set yourself up for a fantastic podium here. Anybody you'd like to thank put that X-Side number 4 in the 3rd position here tonight at Kansas Speedway?
Yeah, give a shout out to Races Elite Network, Races Elite, Chicken Coop Racing. Every time we get a podium, and yeah, let's keep it going. It's gonna be a fun season. The cars are fun, and I think it's gonna be exciting. I hope it was fun for you guys.
Heck yeah, it was definitely a fun one up here in the booth, and we look forward to seeing you back here in the booth in the near future with the Races Elite series.
Thank you.
All right, Dennis Kane picking up the 3rd spot. We'll take a look here at our 2nd place finisher, Andrew Teff, the 98. The man that has the fuel mileage down to a T when it comes down to the Races Elite races. And are kind of in the know when he comes around. So I want to congratulate Andrew on his 2nd place finish. Andrew, congratulations, brother. A runner-up finisher tonight. Didn't have anything for the brother, but you were trying to reel him in as you were trying. I think I've figured out what you were trying to do, but just a little short trying to get there. He's trying to reel him in while he was trying to save a little bit of fuel, hoping he didn't have enough.
Oh, Yeah, it was pretty close there. I ran out on the cooldown lap. That was I don't know. It was just the perfect place for a yellow to fall. Didn't even really have to save, and just went as far as I could each run, and it worked out beautifully. So I'm just focused on racing my race and not worrying about the people on, different strategy around us. But yeah, just car was kind of a challenge tonight, so I was kind of thinking maybe there'd be another yellow at some point, and on that strategy that we were on, I was like 10th at one point. I'm like, wow, this would really backfire if a yellow came out now. If it goes green, I'm feeling pretty good, but if yellow comes out, I'm suddenly 10th and gotta fight a whole lot of cars. So just it's kind of just cool it worked out the way it was and the way it did, and congrats to Alex.
Yeah, most definitely a great run for you tonight. You qualified second, finished second, so you learned a little bit through the course of the race and something to move forward with and see how things play out in future races coming up. And anybody like to thank help you pick up a runner-up finisher tonight, Kansas?
Yeah, Alex was a lot better in and off pit road than me tonight. I was too conservative there. I gave up some time, so I got to work on that. So just happy for him, and I want to thank you guys for helping out in the booth. Everybody that tunes in to watch, shows up to race, servicemen, women, my team, friends, family. Might be repeating myself. Kind of got a little cold going on. If anybody's interested in checking us out, just head on over to racerselite.com. You can find all of our info there.
Thank you. Congratulations on a P2 finish tonight, and we'll let you go celebrate at the Fam Jam, and we're gonna steal the brother away for that, and we'll send him back to celebrate with you when he's done as well. So congratulations on P2, and thanks for having us, Andrew, and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Alrighty, Andrew Tuff picking up the second spot. We'll move in on Alex here. Brother Alex coming up in the number 43 Aflac sponsored ride. Alex, congratulations on the race win. Man, I'll tell you what, there's a highlight coming from this, and I'll tell you what it is in a moment. But from 15th to 1st, and at the end of this one, what a race for you.
Yeah, thank you.
man of many words
Man
here.
of little words.
Gotta love
was
it.
the first part of that question that I missed, or
No, it was just more of a statement, man. You come out and you put the exclamation point on a finish, and a 3.7 second lead over your brother, and a great run for the Teff family tonight. Come home 1-2, and I know it's been done many other times, but it's good to see it as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was mainly just splash and go on that second caution, and didn't really have to save fuel really. Just kept running the bottom, and saving the tires, and it just kind of naturally got me the laps I needed. But it was definitely fun. Cars are, these Gen 4s, they're a freaking blast to drive. But it's just mainly just trying to keep the nose clean and keep the tires nice and fresh, and just try to maintain track position.
Yeah, these things are absolutely screaming tonight here at the Kansas Speedway. It was awesome to listen to them, roar around the racetrack, and you guys had them wound up, and they were like we said, they were screaming. But man, a great race, great pit strategy played out with the caution, splash and go, able to get you to the race win. And man, I don't know how iRacing is going to handle this, and I think I know exactly how it's going to play. But you're going to be the hard charger tonight as well as the race winner. So I think it's based on highest position is the argument, because you started 15th and finished first. Dennis Kane started 17th and finished third. Kinsley Smith started 20th and finished 6th.
Yeah, a lot of movement throughout the field.
3 drivers advanced 14 spots. That's nuts. Great racing. That's what that comes down to. But heck yeah, brother.
Absolutely.
Still spotlight. Congrats on the race win. Anybody like to thank, help you pick up a fantastic win here at the Kansas Speedway?
Definitely thank you guys on the Racers Elite Network booth for putting on the broadcast here, and thank the League itself, Racers Elite, and yeah, another good run from the Chicken Coop Racing guys. And top 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Then yeah, thank my friends and the viewers that watch all the time, and my wife.
Like, yeah, Chicken Coop Racing really setting it strong here. Race number 2, so yeah, congrats on that. And yeah, it's a fun time. Hopefully we'll see you back here in the booth pretty soon as well.
Absolutely, yeah, no, one caution could have been a completely different story.
Oh yeah, most definitely, brother. We'll let you celebrate the Fam Jam, and we'll chat with you hopefully in the near future.
All right, sounds good, thank you.
Alex Tuft going to celebrate the family and friends down there in Victory Lane, where he'll probably find Andrew Tuft and Dennis Kane. Chicken Coop Racing picking up the podium. We'll take a look at our full field rundown and our results here this evening to see how everything played out. So take a look here. So what we got is Alex Tuft, your race winner, has led 16 laps tonight. Andrew Tuft, second. Dennis Kane right out the third spot. So Chicken Coop Racing, your top 3. Fourth is Cody Benelli, coming home 5th. Kirby Wainscott rounds out your top 5. 6th, Kinsley Smith. 7th, Brandon Puffenbarger. 8th, Truth Hoke. 9th, Barry Nelson running your top 10. Chris Stouffer, 11th place. Going to go to Alex Gates. 12th, Stephen Luttrell. 13th, Joshua Norton Jr. 14th, Troy Thomas. 15th, Kyle Hess. 16th, Timothy Eisbrand. 17th, Patrick Millette. 18th, Curtis Ecker. 19th, Aaron Rowland. Coming home 20th, Terry Fennell. 21st, Aaron Marquis. 22nd, Andrew Moore. And Brandon Zimmerman did not start, so not sure that he'll get awarded for 23rd place points or not. But here at Kansas Speedway, we ran a 1.5 mile long track tonight. Hard Charger was awarded to Alex Tuft for being the highest finisher and the race winner. Alex Gates led the most laps of 51. Fastest lap was by Kyle Hess with a 30.273 second lap. And of course, 2 cautions for a total of 6 laps. The rest of the race ran under green, so we had 99 green flag laps. And the pole position tonight was by Patrick Millette. So that being said, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, checking in with us here on the Racers Elite Network, watching the Racers Elite Gen 4 Cup Series race. And for myself, Ron Piles, and Russ Martin Jr., we will see you guys next time here on the Racers Elite Network.